viewers, welcome back to my channel at Soul Sparkle. I'm Daisha. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. Today we're talking about the Five of Wands. It is a minor arcana. It's also known as the Five of Pentacles. This card is related to the fire element. It also deals with Saturn being in Leo. The colors associated with it is red and orange, and it deals with the solar plexus as far as chakras. So when you pull this card, here are some words that should stick out to you. Competition, battle, ego, obstacles, sport, and play. Okay? This is connected to the stone ruby or any other reddish colored stone that you might find. They're all beautiful. As far as images, you will see different images on different decks related to the Five of Wands. But when you do see them, here's some things that they do symbolize. The wands always signify unique ideas and goals. The five figures or five people, they represent the competition and the battle. And if there's like a battle going on, that deals with the internal and external conflict within yourself or within your surroundings or any relationships. So within this video, we are going to explore the upright position, the reverse position, love, career, finance, and health. And I also got a little something at the end for y'all that I think y'all gonna like. So make sure y'all stick around for that, okay? If y'all like it so far, make sure you hit the like button. Thank you so much. Let's get started, y'all. Okay, soul seekers. So if you pull the Five of Wands in the upright position, here's some keywords for you. Conflict, arguments, aggression, tension, some communication issues, disagreements, struggles. You could be running off adrenaline right now. You could be being a little rough or definitely being petty. We don't want to be petty, okay? Being pushed to excel by others, which could be causing that tension because they could be pulling you or pushing you to be your best, and you could just not be having it, or however that goes. So that can bring up some of that tension, and you could also be in your brainstorming era. So that's also good for you. Take it as you need it and leave the rest for somebody else, okay? If you pull this card for a yes or no question and it comes in the upright position, it is a definite no. Keep working at it. All right, let's talk about if you pull it in a reverse position. If you pull the Five of Wands in a reverse position, here's some keywords for you. In the conflict, cooperation, you could have some agreements, some truces. This is a peace and harmony time, avoiding conflict, control or letting go control, taking control of the situation, canceling events that can easily be rescheduled, okay? Lack of cooperation, or rather that's lack of competition. Sorry, you could be not cooperating though too. Looking for agreements. It could be a fear confrontation. It can bring out your inner shyness. You could be suppressing some emotions or temper that you just need to get out in a healthy way. Okay, could be feeling intimidated. And if you pull this and you're asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes. So let's move right over to some affirmations if you pull this card. If you pull the Five of Wands, here's some affirmations you should repeat to yourself. Write them down in the comments as well. This may help you. No, I'm not insulting you. I'm describing you. That's the ego one right there. Another one is I face challenges with determination and open communication, finding strength in healthy competition. See, that's a good one right there. I love that. That giving you that I'm going to be the bigger person energy. Okay. The next one I have is the only thing you sometimes have control over is perspective. You don't have control over your situation, but you have a choice about how you view it. I like that one. That's real. I like motivational. I love that one. So if you have some other affirmations that are associated with this card that you feel like would just help others deal you know, get some understanding with this card, some clarity, just put them down in the comments. We really appreciate that. All right, y'all, let's go on over to love so we can see what y'all got going on, okay? If you pull the five of wands and it is in the spread dealing with love, and it comes in an upright position, it could mean competition between suitors, conflict between lovers, general playful teasing, flirting a lot, okay? Being real lighthearted in relationships. That could be a good thing if you like that fiery spark, you know, you're trying to keep things, that's your fire sign coming out of you. You're trying to keep things, you know, trying to be free, trying to be out there. It could be a bad thing if you're trying to come together and compromise with somebody. So you figure that out and do what's best for you. If you're single, it could create a chaotic love life. You could have people fighting for your attention. And if you like it, I love it. But like I said, it could be good or bad. It's up to you how you want to take, you know, that part. If you pull it in the reverse position, it means that you should avoid conflict, keep the peace, resolutions, get some clear understandings of any misunderstandings that have come upon, open communication, learning to suppress emotions or learning to express your emotions as well. If you're single, it could mean like your love life is lacking that passion or spark. You had all these suitors, but then they all left you because you keep on playing. Your shyness could be coming out. You could be kind of intimidated by the dating world because nowadays it's just crazy out here. So y'all be careful and be careful. All right. So we're gonna go over to your money, dealing with career, and let's see what they got for you. So if you pull the five of wands and it's dealing with your career and it comes in the upright position, you should be looking forward to strikes, chaos, personality clashes within the work sector, competing over clients or something like that, getting noticed or acknowledged, y'all fighting for attention, trying to be seen. Okay. You could be coming up with new ideas for your team, and that could be causing like a creative clash. Maybe everybody don't like your ideas, or they didn't come up with it first, so now they're like, I don't like it. This could definitely happen within jobs such as like sales, PR firms, stockbrokers, definitely within sports and such. If it comes in the reverse position, this would be associated with the end of conflict, teamwork, y'all working together, putting differences aside for the good of the whole or the company or the team, whatever it may be, the relationship, just putting all the differences aside for the good, the greater good. It could be leaving a competitive career. Maybe you want to something that's more peaceful, more harmonious. Keeping ideas to yourself to just avoid dealing with crazy people. Okay, so that's what is going on if it's pulled within your career sector. Let's move right over to finances. So if you pull the five of wands and it's dealing within your finances, it comes up in an upright position. You should be looking towards financial struggles, but it's not long term. This is something short term that you can work on. Overspending, you could be fighting with your spouse or someone else about money. You could also be fighting for a return on an item. Either it was wrong or maybe you weren't even supposed to be buying it because you overspending. But now you're fighting for a return on the item because you don't want it no more or it's no value to you. If it comes in a reverse position, this could be an end of financial struggles. Your money issues could be coming to an ease, rather. You could be fighting to get your finances in order, and you could be trying to keep them in order, trying to keep that financial stability long term. Okay. You could also have problems or solutions with others about money. Okay. You could have some problems, and then you could come up with some solutions. I hope it's some solutions. That's always what we want. So let's move right over to health, dealing with this card, and let's see how y'all feeling. So if you pull the five of wands and it's dealing within your health, if it's in the upright position, you could be battling with an illness or an injury. you need to relieve some stress to avoid this illness or any other illnesses like high blood pressure or any injuries from sports. So you need to slow down, take your time, breathe, relax. If it comes in a reverse position, you could be possibly not successful at fighting that illness or that injury. It could have made it worse. You could have a failure at lowering your stress level, which could be causing like a heart attack or a stroke, which is also not good. You could also get a serious injury from a sports and sports play. We need to be careful. All right, y'all, let's go over to some questions that you may have if you pull the five of wands. Let's say you pull a five of wands. What type of questions should you ask yourself? Let's start with these couple right here. So, this is a question you can ask yourself. You've come a long way. Have you celebrated your wins? Another one is, if you're going through massive growth lately, what plans do you have to pause and integrate all those lessons that you learned? Another one is, this one kind of long. Sometimes the five of wands show up to remind us that we feel more in harmony with our environment when we can just let loose and be ourselves. Are there aspects of yourself that you tend to keep hiding? What are you hiding from others? What are you suppressing? Let it out. Can you let it out? Another one is, what makes you feel totally at home? Who makes you feel totally at home? Who do you feel safe with? Who gives you that calming feeling when you're around them? Another one is, does competition bring out the negative or the positive? Because that is big. Because if it bring out the negative, you don't want that all the time. So you definitely need to be on the lookout. Last one is, what challenges are holding you back? So there are some questions that you should ask yourself or you should consider if you pull the five of wands. So now we're going to get to the fun part, y'all. So let's go. Now we're going to do the five of wands within different spreads. This is very interesting and I loved it. Let's get right into it. So the five of wands as an invitation. The five of wands invites us to get involved, to resolve or find a way through a particular problem or challenges. Instead of taking a step back and trying not to be consumed by this energy, it will benefit you more to play a more active role. So the five of wands, an invitation could be one of the following. It could be an invitation to be the person to offer solutions instead of more problems. It could be an invitation to work on conflict resolution skills because maybe it ain't up to par or it ain't what you thought it was. It could be an invitation to check your ego and make sure it isn't standing in the way of you achieving your long-term goal. It could be an invitation to stay on track and try to block out all distractions, any and all distractions. Okay, so that's what, if you pull it, it could be inviting you to do some of those things. What happens when you pull the five of wands as advice? So when you pull the five of wands as advice, it is often trying to guide you through something that takes up a lot of your focus and energy. It's helping you to figure out how to tackle something or overcome an obstacle. Some advice the five of wands may be offering. When there's a power struggle, try and find common ground rather than being as inflexible as the person you're clashing with. Basically, be the bigger person. In all, be the bigger person. That's what that basically. Another one is, beware of all or nothing mentalities, as this can lead to burnout or fatigue. So basically, spread your time and energy out. Don't try to do everything at one time. Spread it out. It'll be easier, it'll be better. Last one is, trust the people around you to help you when things get tough. That's what they're there for. They're ready, they're prepared to help you through these tough situations. All right, so if you pull the five of wands as lessons, some of the lessons that the five of wands hold are around collaboration and connection with others and within yourself. We must find a way to compromise, work as a team, and be able to delegate when needed in order to preserve our energies and our vibrations. Some lessons that the 5 and 1 may offer is a lesson in self moderation when it comes to work and activities. It can also be a lesson in conflict resolutions within a group. It could be a lesson in good teamwork and working with others. It could be also be a lesson in avoiding burnout and recognizing key signs before you go spiraling or crashing out, as the new age says. Okay. The last one I have is if you pull this card as a redirection. So the 5 of Wands is a strong redirection card, and it shows up at a way that we're currently handling a situation and it's not leading to a positive outcome. In which case, we may need to change something to be able to push forward to that next card, which is the 6 of Wands within this suit. The 5 of Wands as a direction card symbolizes that you need to see the role you're playing in a conflict and find ways to break free of that role and start to calm the situation. It could also symbolize getting a hold of your ego and finding a way to humble yourself before pushing on. It could also symbolize bringing yourself back to the original path that you laid out for yourself. So maybe you went down the wrong, you made a right turn. You need to go ahead and reverse back and come on back to the straight and narrow road where you was on, and keep straight on the path that you set out for yourself, because you did it for a reason. Another thing it could symbolize is finding solutions to power struggles instead of fighting your way through them. All right, y'all, that's all I got for the 5 and 1s. I hope y'all really enjoyed this and y'all learned something from this video. I really had fun researching this card. If y'all have any questions or would like to include any other information that I missed, please put it down in the comments. Please make sure y'all like the video, share the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all so much for coming back. I hope to see y'all again. Bye, Soul Seekers.